I gotta be honest, guys. I can't even stay focused on finishing this vlog. Let me do what I can here. Can you see that? Yeah, that's not too pretty. I'll just do this. So I can't break away. There's so much to do in this program. And I've also been getting in touch with the pastor that I mentioned in this video. Yeah, just mentioned it 20 minutes ago. But we've been planning, we're already planning on having some lunch this Saturday. Video soon to come. Stay tuned. I think I'm going to ask him if I can... Oh my goodness, can you see a hair? If I can record the conversation. I'm not sure of the response I'll get, but he is someone I have not talked to in... He's someone I've never talked to in such depth that I expect will soon come, that I would like to have it recorded. I've always wanted to do recordings of podcasts and whatnot, one-on-ones. Those are times that I feel I really get a chance to not just speak my mind, but to get a response from an individual that allows me to go even further. Enunciation on the response from another individual. It's really someone else that allows me to open up even more, So these videos are nothing in comparison to some conversations that I've had, i.e. parents, But I don't want to subject them to this sort of... I don't want them to be subject to this, quite honestly. That's not very fair. But I'm going to see if it is possible. Perhaps, maybe not having him on film, but perhaps just recording vocals. I don't know. I think it'll be a good way for you guys to get a better understanding of where I'm coming from and to really dive deep. I'm talking a couple hours here, folks. So it has been busy. I have been busy. I have not even... I'm kind of going to run through confessions as fast as I can here, though. But just know, things are just being set in motion, folks. So I've already mentioned snacks and TV shows. I definitely know in the months to come. So if you don't know yet, the program itself is broken down monthly. It's basically the same thing every month. The only thing that differs are perhaps the Zoom meetings that are obviously live every night, 5 days a week, as an update to the people in the group, people on the app, in the program, as a way for us to connect and grow. So we discuss confessions, we discuss breakthroughs, we do hot seats that allow an individual to express something deep down that they've been struggling with for a while, in conjunction with everyone else in the group to lend advice, essentially. And the other days there are words of wisdom, and then Wednesdays Elliot does his own thing, right? So he'll be the speaker, and he's not always a speaker, but on Wednesdays he kind of leads and does maybe like a Q&A, more or less. So anyway, in the months to come, I plan on upgrading each and every month. So I've already been trying to think of how to upgrade it. So right now, I'm just going to take this as an example. So there's a series of deep dive lessons. These would be closely related to, let's say, a class. If you were to take an online class for a college, you would, I'm guessing, You would have a series of videos. You would have lessons, right? You would have deep dive lessons that go into a specific topic, and your job is to study and learn, essentially. So there's a video, there's a summary of the video, and then there's slides that go along with the video. Each one of them are all different forms of really taking the time to understand the material. And there's a lot of material, right? There's a lot of material. I am assuming that the next 6 months will be the same process over and over and over again, diving deeper and deeper into the same concepts. Eventually, I plan on purchasing the book, King Warrior Magician Lover by Robert Moore, and just reading it straight through. Yeah, I'm not much of a reader, but I hope I can just get enough of the material in to where reading it will become much easier for me, and I'll be able to better understand it that much more. Yeah, so by then, the snacks and TV shows will be just taken out. I also want to replace them with time spent connecting with individuals, as well as time spent underneath the barbell, right? So another confession is that my exercising is not and has not been on point. I'm doing better. I actually woke up this morning and did deadlifts before I left. It wasn't a lot, but I felt the need. It was after my cold shower. I felt the need to just lift something, and boy did it feel good. So it wasn't anything. It wasn't much, but something is more than nothing. So it's just figuring out a way to replace the crappy habits, so to speak, and also reading. Eventually, I'll have to just put down the screens and pick up the books. Slash, what was it? Exercising, reading, connecting with individuals, meditating. So I used to do a ton. Guys, just scroll backwards, or just search. Like, I would title my videos meditative or meditative breathing, meditation, bioenergetics, look up dynamic. I mean, some of it's a little scary and weird. I feel a little weird. But it's definitely something I enjoy. Definitely something I enjoy. It's not... I've struggled with being able to fully delve into it at times. I just like going through the movements and just being in the moment, right? Getting that so-called oxygen high at times. But a lot of those times were under the influence. So, breakthroughs have not always been abundantly clear. Confession. So, moving on. I'm realizing Lent, I think I've mentioned this before, but Lent is helping me understand better that breakthrough/confession, that it's not about me. It is all about service to others and to the higher power. I kind of went to this program trying to fix myself. It's all about me. It's all about trying to become a better me. And as it is about becoming a better version of myself, that's not necessarily it. ... So you can better serve others, right? So another little bit of wisdom or a little breakthrough there. think this next one is because I was planning on taking my mother out to dinner, and I think I started justifying the act of having a drink, and if I could handle it, if it were okay, and in future dates, how I will go about justifying being able to take in substances or any other form of self-serving pleasure after a point at which I feel that I have broken the habit. So you can tell that this justification in the head could go one of two ways, right? And it's almost like I won't know until I decide or the action has been taken into account. So if I decide not to, then obviously 100% win. If I do decide to, it'll be all about seeing not how far I'm willing to go, but how quickly I'm willing to jump back on the right side. I don't think it's good to go back into a bad habit. However, I do believe that bad vices, the bad habits, and the addictions that we may have had in times past aren't necessarily rulers over our body and mind. It is our lack of control over our own self and the substance, the pleasure, whatever it may be that you are addicted / cannot break away from to, that is more important. I know it might not have made sense, but it's not about the thing, it's about your control to the thing. So if I can drink a beer a year from now only to pour half of it down the drain because I either don't like the taste or feel satisfied, I think that's still a win, right? At least that's how I see me, even though I would have taken a drink, so to speak. So, possible confession, possible future struggle. We'll see. Only time will tell. I'm trying to justify having one dream. Ooh. That's a break and a half. Next confession. I touched myself. Man, I don't know how to go into this one. This one's, it's not personal, folks, but in comparison to the rest of civilization, fapping, masturbation, porn has become so normalized that it's almost a laughing issue from the outside perspective, or it's almost a laughing issue from those that don't get involved with trying to control those urges. Now, I'm not going to go into the benefits of no fap, no masturbation, no holding, refraining from said short-term pleasure.